On IMDb, Erd Feckel says Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull is a fantastic old-fashioned adventure movie. I had the chance to watch the new Indiana Jones last night here in Germany as a preview. Much can be said about this movie, but it needs only 4 words to describe this film properly. Indiana Jones is back. Thank you, Stephen and George. When I watched the old Indiana Jones movies last week, I was a little frightened because I thought the filmmakers would make the same mistakes as with Star Wars episodes 1 through 3. Fortunately, they did not. Indy 4 stands in a clean row with the first 3 parts. Evil villains, breathtaking action, a marvelous Harrison Ford, a good amount of Hummer, John Williams' extraordinary music, and a nice old-fashioned flair. That's what was presented to the audience, and that's what I expected. Although there are more CGI effects in the movie than the makers would admit, the effects are part of the story and not the reason for it. Parentheses, a mistake which destroyed my love for Star Wars. A great adventure movie for the summer, which will hopefully be loved by all the old fans and even hopefully will bring on a totally new generation of fans. 10 stars.
Well, he said he was from Germany, right?
Yeah,
He's probably happy that they're not beating up Nazis, you know?
We're not the bad guys!
Yeah.
Hello, and welcome to the Royds Revue podcast. I'm Rob.
And I'm Andy.
And we are back again to talk Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. And we have a guest wrapping up Indiana Jones. Mark Ponte is back. Mark, thanks for coming back.
Sure. Happy to be here.
Yeah,
Sure.
Sure. Whatever.
Yes.
You enthusiasm.
Enthusiastic, sure. Yeah.
Yeah, that's better.
Thanks
read
for
the
coming
script. How's everybody doing on this lovely Monday? Because it's Monday, because that's when this podcast comes out and it's live.
Nice.
I imagine I'll be doing okay.
Good.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
But how are you doing at this moment when we're recording?
Oh, yeah, no, I'm good. Everything's great.
Good.
Just got nice and toasty.
I think that around this time, if I'm correct, my episode of the Scrap Metal podcast with previous guest John von Frankenstein, I had a guest appearance on there, and we talked about Iron Maiden and Judas Priest, and we talked about this podcast as well. And John gave an absolutely stellar endorsement of this podcast.
Oh, I thought you were going to say a scathing review.
He was like, guys, do not check it out. It is fucking trash. You hear this idiot? He's on it. But
the unprofessionalism.
No, he really went above and beyond, and so check that episode out and check out the Scrap Metal podcast.
So my check must have cleared.
Yeah. All $8.
Yeah.
Wrote a check for $8. What are you, my grandma?
Yeah.
Grandma? Well, had any of you guys seen this movie before?
Yes.
This was the first time I saw the whole thing.
Okay.
What about you, Andy?
I had seen this before, one and a half times, because I saw it before I saw it with you, like 1,000 years ago.
Yeah.
And then we kind of like half watched it because I think we were like making out or something.
Something like that.
Yeah.
It's a good movie. Make out too.
Yeah. Yeah, it really gets me going. But would you say that 2008 was a relatively big year for movies?
Ooh, I do think the year of our Megazord, 2008, was a pretty big year for movies because we had Hancock.
I saw that in theaters.
So did I.
I skipped that one.
Foot Penis.
I skipped Foot Penis too.
I said, wow, this movie is pretty cool, pretty new, pretty innovative, right? And then the halfway mark passed, and I said, what? Because what the fuck happened with that movie? You know?
I don't remember it. I've seen it maybe 3 times, like on the back, in the background on TBS or something. And I don't remember anything about it, to be perfectly honest.
All right, here we go. Will Smith is a superhero, is like Superman, right?
Yeah.
And he's kind of like bored and depressed, right? Because he's lonely and life doesn't mean anything because he could do anything. And he's like kind of half-assing his superhero duties, and everybody starts to hate him. And then like he gets like a publicist played by Jason Bateman,
Right.
to like reform his image and all this stuff. And it's like, I love all that. That's such a cool idea.
Uh-huh.
I like it. And then out of nowhere, it's like, but there's somebody else on the planet who has your powers, and you're connected somehow, and it's all yada yada. But like, if you're near each other, you die. And I was like, what? Get back to the interesting shit. This is just weird and out of left field.
That was what's her face?
Yeah, Charlize.
Charlize Theron. Yeah. I remember that. I remember all the trailer. I remember the trailer.
Trailer.
Yeah, it's all that stuff you just said. That was the whole trailer.
Yeah.
The Wrestler came out.
Oh yeah,
I didn't see that. Did you see that, Robbie?
I did. That's really good.
that was good.
It's really good. Yeah.
That was a great movie.
We got the start of the MCU with Iron Man and the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah, that's true. Also, Dark Knight.
The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
The Dark Kite. He's just like flying a black kite.
Yeah.
You don't want like a colorful one, Bruce? He's like, no.
He's like, no, I'm brooding. I'm sad.
All right.
Tropic Thunder. This was a very big year for movies.
It was a very big year.
Twilight.
Oh shit. Wig it, lig it.
White Light.
Nah, it was Twilight.
Oh, I thought you were. I was like, what?
I'm just an idiot.
It's really good.
Oh, a movie that must not be about Andy because it's called Get Smart. Actually, that was pretty good. That movie.
You're very rude, and I enjoyed that movie. Yeah. I liked how Dwayne "The Rock" Jackson was a villain.
Yes.
Rare, you know.
What's that? The Tooth Fairy?
Yeah, the Tooth Fairy. Yeah. He's going and just breaking kids' necks.
Give me your teeth. Punches them out of their
It's
skull.
the parents who are really excited for the Tooth Fairy in that one. Ooh, we're gonna save so much money. That life insurance is gonna kick in.
Damn, he's killing kids. He's not just taking their teeth. He's killing them.
He's murdering them. Yeah. Quantum of Phallus.
Nice.
Yeah.
Quantum of Solace.
Yeah.
Okay, I just have to make sure that was apparent.
How about Cloverfield? I saw that in theaters as well.
Oh yeah, I
did
saw
not
that.
see it in theaters. I've seen it though.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I remember the hype and the whole augmented reality game and the marketing for it was just like unbelievable.
Yeah. Yeah, and I feel like it was relatively cheap to make because it's the like found footage, and that's pretty cheap. You just like give a guy a camera and like run around.
Yeah, just give TJ Miller a camera.
Yeah.
Rambo.
Really?
Yeah.
Which one?
The old man Rambo.
Old Manbo.
But haven't they
Very
done?
good.
They haven't done that again. I thought they did that again.
Oh,
I
did
think
they?
they did. I think they did it again. Not too.
Yeah.
Not too long ago. How about Wall-E?
Oh, that's a classic.
Wally.
You know, I saw that for the first time like earlier this year.
Yeah, was seeing in the humans now, like looking in a mirror.
Ouch.
We don't know those
That was
chairs yet.
really good.
It was.
So mean.
Yeah, it hurt pretty good.
This was a big year for those stupid spoof movies. Because we had superhero movie, a movie called 305, which is a movie take on 300.
Oh yeah.
Mark's favorite, apparently.
Yeah.
Well, there was also Meet the Spartans. It was a separate one.
Yes, that's
Like
true.
they felt the need to do that one twice. I guess I don't.
Disaster movie?
One of them has Will Sasso, and I think Will Sasso is comedy gold. So I
think
say
more
anything
than
bad.
one of them has Will Sasso.
Well, anything with Will Sasso is okay in my book.
The Curious Case of Benjamin Button?
Oh.
Burn after reading.
All right. Bloody Florida Burn before reading.
Very good. Excellent.
Speed Racer.
I saw that in IMAX.
I saw that in my friend's living room.
The shirt locker. It's like, check out all my shirts.
Punisher Warzone with Ray Stevenson, who recently passed.
That's right.
R.I.P.
Oh, yeah. Way to go. Way to bring everyone down, Andy. Thanks.
No
Thanks.
problem. No problem, guys.
Zach and Miri make a pornography movie.
Did you guys see that?
I've seen it, yeah.
I did see
I liked
it.
it. I thought it was good. It was
I
like,
thought there's going to be a lot more dicks and tits in it.
well, I thought it was like
Right.
kind of a return to form for Kevin Smith.
It was all right.
There's Marley and Me, if you want to be sad again.
I saw that on Christmas Day.
That's a
Merry Christmas.
I did. My brother, my girlfriend at the time, and my cousin all went to see it. And I just remember we were just like weeping in the theater, and we were like, "This was a bad idea, guys. This is a really bad idea."
Yeah. I've
I
actually
my
never
cousin
seen
at
it.
the theater, and she died.
crying
Oh my
in public
God.
is never like a good feeling. No.
No.
Yeah.
Especially because you're not supposed to cry.
As a man, yeah.
No, as anyone who cries, if you're over the age of like 6 and you cry, it's okay. It's okay to cry. I don't know where I'm going with this. So I'm just gonna call myself out on it and say I don't know
Back
where I'm
out.
going. Yeah.
it's just back
Yeah, that was Andy talking.
Incorrect,
That's
Robbie.
true. I saw it. Yeah, his
Come
mouth
on.
is-
Come on. Well, Horton Hears a Who came out.
I saw that in theaters.
How was it?
I didn't enjoy it.
No. How about The Spirit? That's Frank Miller. I
Oh,
think.
I've never
Frank
even
Miller
heard of it.
directed it.
I disliked that.
Frank Miller is weird because like he's done such great stuff, and he's also done like absolute trash. There's like no middle ground. I've never read or watched something that Frank Miller did and was like, that was all right. That's either like, wow,
comic guys.
yeah.
Frost Nixon.
Who do you think won?
The David Frost in the end. I saw it. It was a good movie.
Oh,
I saw it in theaters.
yo, Kung Fu Panda came out.
Everybody was Kung Fu Panda.
Nice. This was a fucking big year for movies. No
Was.
joke.
Yeah, Madagascar 2.
I didn't realize when I mentioned Meet the Spartans, I didn't realize that it came out the same year as 305.
Did it really? That's
Yeah, it
even
came out-
worse. That's even worse.
Pineapple Express.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
That's a good one. Journey to the Center of the Earth with Brendan Fraser.
All right, well, I get the point.
They made a lot of movies
Yeah.
that year.
Yep.
Yeah, they did.
All right, well, bye, everybody.
Thanks
All
for
right.
listening.
Oh wait, Gran Torino, where
Movie about Andy.
Oh yeah.
nope. It's Clint Eastwood just like, get the fuck off my lawn.
Yeah, it was just him being a racist for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
Pretty
and then-
entertaining.
and then-
It's well directed.
Yeah.
It's not a bad movie.
No,
It's just like an old man movie. It's like, see how racist I am, but then in the end I'm actually not a bad guy, but I'm still racist. Like, all right. Like, what are you trying to say here? Like, come on.
I just need to grow.
Right.
Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Fistable Skull. Didn't work for anyone, huh?
That's not it.
Didn't
You
work
watched
for
the
anyone.
wrong movie, Robbie.
Okay, Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
That's the one.
Yeah. So what'd you guys think? Do tell.
I liked it better this time.
Same.
I liked it a lot more than I liked. I mean, I was like devastated when I saw it like on opening day in the theaters, and like I just remember sitting there with my friend, and we saw those stupid CGI gophers pop up, and we were both just kind of like, "Uh-oh."
Yeah.
And the whole movie was downhill at the time. But honestly, I feel like time has been kinder to this movie.
Same. I saw it. I didn't see it opening day, but I saw it in theaters, and I remember thinking, this did not scratch the itch that the other ones did. Like, because I saw those. I grew up with the other three, and then seeing that. I mean, we were in high school. I was in high school, and I was like, boo. But on this watch, if this came out, like 3 years after Last Crusade, I don't think anybody would really be that upset.
I mean, I definitely think there's definitely a quality. I mean, Last Crusade, it's definitely way better.
Oh, for sure. But I think this is a step. I would say this is half a step below Temple of Doom.
I think Temple of Doom is the worst one, personally, actually.
Same. That's what I'm saying. Oh, you think Temple of Doom's worse than this?
Yeah, well, I said I liked it better, but then when I watched all the movies for this, I have a very different opinion of the franchise on the whole, to be honest.
Same. Rob, you are silent. What about you?
I didn't like it at all.
Any of it?
No, I mean, listen, there are some cool parts.
Yeah.
But okay, so I wasn't enamored with the second and third movies.
Fair.
I thought they were uneven. And I just was not having a good time here. Like the second and third movies, I wasn't loving, but I was having a good old time. Here, I was not having a good time. I thought that I just wasn't like the first time I really started rolling my eyes when he's like, "Kid, you just brought a knife
to a gunfight."
No. The pause is much longer than that. They just sit there for a minute. They learn as the guy's like slowly pull. It's like, we get it. We got it.
I didn't think it was that much cheesier than any of the other things, to be perfectly honest, in the other movies.
I think that's why I didn't really love the other movies.
Well, let's call a spade a spade. The first one.
Okay, a spade is a spade.
Very good. The first one is fucking excellent. In like almost every way. And it's all diminishing returns from there on. I think the third one is the closest that it gets to a return to form. But none of none of them hold a candle to the first one, in my opinion.
I agree. I totally agree.
Yeah, and I think Harrison Ford is crushing it in all of them.
Yeah,
I don't think he misses a beat at all in this one.
Let's see about Dial of Destiny.
Yeah, I mean he's fucking 80. I didn't watch the trailers.
He's the age that Shia LaBeouf joked about him being.
Yes.
Yeah. Also, I didn't mind Shia LaBeouf either.
He was fine.
Yeah.
I was like, I hated this guy. I hated him when I first saw
thought he was really dumb, but it was fine now.
This one is fine. He has a regular reaction to everything that's happening to him. Like,
except
he picks up this rant. Yeah, that's fucking stupid. But he picks up this old man, this unassuming old man, and he's like, "Yo, I need you to help me find this guy." And then he just watches as this man starts beating the shit out of everyone. And like at first, in the first car chase, which is great. When he's on the back of the bike and he like jumps in the car, beats the shit out of those guys and gets out of the other side of the car and back on the bike. Excellent.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. And I enjoyed the scene, like the diner scene too. Just like, I mean, the knife thing was funny because like to me, it felt like a Back to the Future moment. It's just like, are they trying to say like this is where that saying comes from? Like,
yeah, it did feel like that.
It caught on from there or something. But the whole scene was great, like with him like dipping his cone in the guy's Coke and then stealing the beer, and then Indy puts the beer back on the thing, and like neither of them saying anything about it, and it's just kind of like it was a good mix of like talking, like character stuff with like some exposition.
Yeah, I agree, and I like that Indy. He's questioning everything. He's like, "Your name's Mutt? Like, what the fuck kind of name is that?" It's like, all right, Indiana.
Yeah.
Well, it's so on the nose because at the end of the third movie, he's like, he took his name from the dog, which is fucking weird anyway.
That is a weird thing.
Well, then his name is Mutt.
And then he literally called himself Mutt. It's like, fuck you. Fuck this.
It's
this is so on the nose.
The nose, the dog nose, the wet nose.
It's on the snoot.
But like, speaking about the third movie, that is a very strange way to end that movie.
We're just yucking it up that whole movie.
Yeah, and I like it.
I like it. Movie, it's a fun time.
Like, at the end, they're like, "Oh, by the way, that's the dog's name, idiot," and then the credits roll. I was like, "What the fuck?"
Oh, this badass you just got like used to for 3 characters. Yeah, he took his name from the dog.
Yeah,
we see that dog in the beginning.
Yeah.
That on the most important day of Indiana Jones's life, that one day that his entire personality
was developed.
Yeah.
For the rest of his life, he's in his 50s now. He's still wearing the same outfit. You know that one?
Yeah. Like, get over it, dude.
Well, yeah. I don't want to jump over this opening, guys. Come on. I don't want to hear Elvis that's beating into this movie. I'm not into hearing the pop songs. I want a big John Williams score. And I think that's why the first and third movies are my favorite, because they don't open up with a pop song.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Immediately I'm like, I don't care. Like, I also don't need the whole like segment. Like, I don't care about these kids. These kids never come back who are like trying to run the army dudes off the road.
Yeah. That's I have a question about that for our famous segment called Questions.
The army just lit them up, I'd imagine.
Yeah, just run them off the road. Kill them. Like, who cares?
Yeah, fuck this.
We cleared the town.
Speaking
of the 50s, no one's gonna know.
Yeah. Speaking of that, though, I like the way the Russians kill everybody at the beginning. Like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like, he goes to tie a shoe and then brah, rah, rah.
Oh yeah, that's cool
stuff.
Scene. Yeah.
But then, like, after they were all dead, he was still tying his shoe. Like, was it really untied?
Yeah, I think so. I think he intentionally gets out with it untied. Now I'm giving him credit. Now I'm going out on a limb for him. Cate Blanchett, she's great. Her accent all over the place.
Yeah.
I mean, she's Cate Blanchett, though.
Okay. Yeah. I like she tries to use the Force on Indy.
Yeah.
And then just gives him 2 little slaps when it doesn't work. It's like, I can't force choke it.
I like she was like, I can read minds. Check this out. And then nothing happens. And she's like, nah, shit.
It's like a fucking toddler.
Yeah.
I'm reading your mind right now. I know what you're thinking.
In the first scene, like in Indy's first scene of this movie.
Yeah.
The whole hangar scene.
So stupid.
Do you think that it's clearly shot on like a sound stage, right?
Yeah.
Because like you see the sunset in the background.
Yeah.
But the light is coming from behind them.
Uh-huh.
I didn't notice that shit.
But like everybody has like a weird glow around them.
I think they were
That's the
throughout
whole
this entire movie.
Yeah.
I looked at them in front of like a painted background, like to try to make it look more like how they made the older movies.
Yeah, I think that was the point. It
really, really bad.
They're
like
using,
everything looks fake.
Like old techniques on new tech, and it just looks weird.
Yeah, like I thought that the jungle scene, I know I'm jumping ahead, but I thought the jungle scene was filmed entirely in green screen because it looks like shit. But they did that for real.
Really?
Yeah, Shia LaBeouf was really swinging
with monkeys and vines.
They had like 2.
Answer the fucking questions.
I don't know, Robbie. They had like 2 miles cleared in Hawaii, in a Hawaiian jungle, and that's where they filmed that scene. But it doesn't look like it. It looks fake.
You know what? That makes me say fuck this movie even more.
Yeah, but like, what? Why are you making it look fake? Like all the other indie movies look awesome to this day because they did all that shit for real.
I don't doubt that they cleared space, but like when they did that shit for real, Shia LaBeouf and Cate Blanchett were not fencing on speeding Jeeps through Hawaii.
No.
I feel like that needs to be stressed. Like, I'm aware that that's not happening.
There's
I
one
wanna-
takeaway.
I want everyone to know that I'm listening. Is going like I know there had to be some green screen involved here.
For sure.
I just think they hadn't perfected to the level they were trying to get at yet.
There's just a weird haze going on through this whole movie,
Yeah.
and I think it's like what Mark said. Like they're using old tactics, but with new technology, and it's looking like a big old duker.
Yeah. Well, the whole movie
I
I feel
agree.
like feels put together by like it feels much more like a boardroom came up with this movie. You know, like it feels much like a hodgepodge. It feels like it's like a couple different like people making it, you know, all at the same time.
It definitely feels like at some point someone walked up to Steven Spielberg and said, like, what are we doing here? And he said, just do the scene. Just do it.
Shut it.
Your motivation is you're getting paid.
Yeah.
Like that's your motivation here. So just fucking do it.
Yeah, I mean,
He seems like a nice guy though.
well, what do you think of the fridge? What do you think about that?
That's what I was gonna say. I wish they threw in some product placement there, or right after they went, thank God it was a Frigidaire.
Yeah. Thank God I was in a Stanley.
That was the stupidest shit ever.
Yeah, that was really dumb.
So
I did like that car getting fucked up.
That was cool.
Yeah.
I like the scene. Like he walks out and he just hears like a countdown. He's like, fuck.
Yeah. No,
That's
I
cool.
enjoyed. Yeah.
But him getting into a fridge and the fridge, he just survives. If that's jumping the gun, okay? I mean, not jumping the shark. If that's jumping the shark,
yeah.
What is the water raft out of the airplane in Temple of Doom?
We've talked about the James Bond influence on Indiana Jones before.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. It's the typical James Bond, the cold open where it's got to be some crazy action piece to get you hooked. And sometimes it's just stupid as shit.
Yeah.
Because you're right. The whole lead up to it is cool. Like, but just give him a motorcycle, let him hop on it.
Yeah, like outrun the explosion or something.
And just book it. And then he grows like an extra arm.
Yeah, I didn't like how close he was. They like made a point of showing you that like the fridge was made of lead to like be like, oh, he won't get poisoned, but it's like he's like standing like 30 feet from that, like
yeah, like he gets out and just looks at it. It's like, dude,
this is like shit on the ground's on fire behind you. There's definitely like radiation in the air. Absolutely.
He turns back around, he's glowing.
You have every cancer.
He walks into the federal building and goes, I bring you peace.
That's the fridge happens. But in the next scene, Indy says nuclear.
Yeah. He does.
And I said, what? Also,
that was the style at the time.
Sure. When did Indy get involved in like the CIA and shit? Like when did that happen?
Yeah, I guess
I didn't like it. I didn't like that he was like deep in the government. Like,
yeah, I didn't need all that.
Aren't you an archaeologist? What?
Well, I guess he like served in World War II or some shit.
Oh yeah, when he I think when he was younger, he was in the army or something.
I think he was. Well, he's killed an army's worth of Nazis at this point.
Yeah.
So, like, sure.
Yeah.
But they the Russian Kate Blanchett says you were involved in the incident 10 years ago.
Oh yeah.
And I think they're meaning Roswell.
Yeah.
Mexico.
Oh, yeah.
So he was involved in that?
Well, I mean, like he said, he was on a bus or something, and then like, why would you even bother bringing along Indiana Jones if you're gonna just like shut up and stay in the corner, Indiana Jones?
Yeah.
Like, why do you even want him there then? Like,
I don't know.
Just to send him on dangerous missions that for some reason no one else survives.
He didn't even see anything.
He has plot armor.
Don't worry, we got the main character. He can't die. We sent him to get the crystal skull.
You guys think he's gonna die in the fifth one?
I hope.
Robbie.
No, listen. I say that for a few reasons. One, Harrison Ford is always willing to die in his movies.
Yeah.
Yes, he is. Yeah.
And I think it'd be pretty fucking cool if they were like, that's it. He's fucking dead. DED.
Yeah.
He should get hunted down by Shia LaBeouf.
I did read an article and it said that while he's not in the movie, they do tell you what happened to Mutt Williams. And I hope it's just, exactly. I hope it's just one quick line. Yeah, he's fucking dead.
Yeah, my son died.
Watch them. They do him really dirty. Yeah, like he got caught.
Jesus Christ.
Well, the people Shia LaBeouf did burn some bridges, so I don't know.
Did he?
Yeah, apparently, like the reason he was, they obviously at the end allude to him picking up the mantle, and then a year later, Shia LaBeouf was just like, "Yeah, working with Steven Spielberg sucks." So,
what an idiot!
That's I have some trivias about it.
That would burn your bridges like pretty badly in Hollywood.
Why would you burn your bridges with like the guy? It's Steven fucking Spielberg and Harrison Ford. Like, what are you doing?
And how old was Shia LaBeouf at that point? We're like, why are you killing your career this early, my dude? My brage, my guy.
Nice.
Real quick, thank you so much for listening. If you want to send us some feedback, send us an email at roydsrevue@gmail.com. That's ROYDSREVUE@gmail.com.
You could also find our music on Spotify, iTunes, wherever you get your music, by searching The Royds. That's ROYDS. We have 2 albums and a Christmas song. Hope you like it.
Oh, Professor Slughorn works at Indy School.
Yeah.
Indy, Harry Potter! Indy, you've got to search for the Chamber of Secrets. I don't know which one Slughorn's in.
He looks so similar to the guy that played Marcus too. I was like confused for a second. I was like, oh, he aged weird. Wait, that's Slughorn. Hold on a minute.
Do you think they cast him at first to be like, okay, you're gonna play an older Marcus, and then they at the last second they're like, this feels rude.
Probably.
Maybe.
Probably.
They just throw in a line, have him in a picture there, and then got out of their day.
I mean, did that actor die?
I don't know, but Connery was still alive when they did that.
Yeah, but he was retired. He was like, I ain't coming back.
I don't know. I feel like Spielberg. Did they really?
Yeah. And he was like, nah.
He just handed them the picture, the framed picture. He's like, "You can use this."
Yeah.
Fucking signed it first. Well, what was your name again? Steven? Okay.
I worked with the Steven Spielberg. Like, yeah, I fucking know, dude.
Oh, nice guy. One of them Jewish fellows.
By the way, I think it's okay to hit your wife. Like,
very good.
Nobody asked, dude. Nobody asked.
All right. Hey, don't sign that. You get copy without your signature.
Hey, lose my number. Mutt has them escape the Russians. I'm jumping way ahead here, but really not a lot happens.
I have tons of notes.
Yeah, no, I have notes about the very open about like that, just the whole nonsense of the warehouse scene, the like varying degrees of magnetism, how it works differently.
That was so fucking stupid.
Yeah, like you throw gunpowder and the magnet is strong enough to suck metal sand out of the air. But everybody's holding their guns. Everybody's like wearing belts and shit. Like,
but also there's no gunpowder on the box when we get there. There's just a couple of metal balls from there's none of that
the
gunpowder
shells they
there.
used.
It's nowhere
there's like
to be
a lot
found.
of like shoddy bullshit in this movie.
And then like the lights start all of a sudden being drawn to it because it's being moved.
Because
like wouldn't they already be
right? And like they take it out of the box, and that's when everything starts moving. How'd you like the little cameo of the Ark of the Covenant?
Yeah, it was cute.
No,
I watched this movie twice and I missed it twice.
Robbie. As soon as they go into that warehouse, I was like, oh, they're bringing out the Ark of the Covenant again?
Yeah.
That was my initial.
Yeah, I thought they were looking for it as well.
Because I was thinking when that happened, like, you're just going to open it and you're going to die. Like, that's... we already seen that. So I'm glad they didn't do that.
Do you guys think Mutt flies off the handle? Because like at one point he's just like, I've known a lot of Marys. And he goes, that's my mom!
Yeah. He's very protective of his mom.
Like, okay, that's fiercely. All he said was like, you just said her name's Mary. Like, how's okay?
Also, I've never heard anyone refer to her as Mary.
Yeah, they do in the whole first movie.
But Mary Ann, like call her Mary Ann.
I remember him saying Mary a couple times.
Does he?
Yeah.
All I
Oh.
care about is that Karen Allen is back and she's fucking awesome. How's that?
Yeah.
She is cool. Yeah. It's good to see her.
Yeah.
Do
Do you think she's gonna be? Is she in Dial of Destiny? Does anyone know?
I mean, they're married, I would assume. Unless
They're
they kill her
definitely.
off.
It's
Yeah,
definitely.
but maybe
gonna be
he's just got a picture of her on his desk, you know?
Yeah. He's just got a desk filled with pictures of dead former co-stars.
He's got Marion. He's got Mutt.
You got Willie.
Salah.
Yeah. Short round.
I know that.
Oh, that'd be so sad. Okay, they're definitely, after the success of Everything Everywhere All at Once, they definitely filmed a scene with him for this movie real quick.
I hope so.
Maybe.
I would like to see Short Round.
I mean, I don't know what he would do. I don't think he would do it. He's like, I'm sorry, I'm an Academy Award winner. I have too much respect for myself to do that.
Well, it sounds like the first time they saw each other in years was at the Academy Awards. So
Yeah. I don't think they're good friends.
no. I wonder what happened to him though. Like, not the actor, but Short Round. Like, why Indy stopped hanging out with him.
What happens to everyone in the series?
Well, Temple of Doom especially. Temple of Doom is such a strange movie in this franchise because nothing carries over.
Well, and that's a
Yeah.
prequel too.
Yeah.
Like, why doesn't he believe in magic in Raiders
Yeah,
of the
like
Lost Ark? You
you've
saw so much of
seen
it.
And why doesn't he
Yeah.
believe in magic in a young girl's heart?
Very good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But yeah, it like he's seen firsthand some wacky shit. Like, why would he be like, nah, that's fairy tales? Like, come on, man.
Did you see him rip out his heart like with his bare
Yeah.
hands? Like, that
And
was
then-
pretty
and
crazy.
And then the wound closed up and the guy was still alive. Like,
And then he burnt to a crisp.
yeah, like what do you
The
doing,
swirling
dude?
vortex of a black hole, like with the
Did you drink blood and lost all sense of self?
You've been through this before. This
Yeah,
is
dude.
not your first rodeo.
The Ark
Indy.
of the Covenant's not even the weirdest thing you've seen. They get captured by the Russians right after they find Mutt's mom, Mary.
Yeah.
Marion.
Wait,
And-
real quick. They're at that cemetery, and out of nowhere, there's like Donnie-esque creatures from the wild thornberries across.
Yeah, that's probably offensive, but who cares?
It's
Oh,
a cartoon character.
Oh,
I
well,
mean-
to the Mayans, it's Mayans, right, or Aztecs? I can't
So-
remember.
thought it was
See, this is
Incans.
offensive.
Were they all
Incans?
behind
Oh,
the
shit.
statues or whatever that they like burst out of? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Did they like live up there? Like, what's going? Like,
I have no idea. I guess
Is-
every one of these movies just needs to have an offensive
Yeah,
stereotype.
you just need a
Yeah.
savage.
yeah.
I can't wait to see the new savages in Dial of
Yeah.
Destiny.
He never goes to like a nice part. Like, anytime he goes to another country, it's always like they make sure it's the poorest looking, like
Yeah.
worst
Yeah,
looking,
or
cobwebs in every window, and
Yeah.
like
it's
Yeah,
a
you're-
palace and they're eating monkey brains.
yeah,
Yeah,
You went the wrong way. You went the wrong way, guys.
there's a middle ground that's just
Yeah, you gotta find it, Stevie. You gotta find it. So Mutt has them escape the Russians, right? Like he flips the table, and then they're
Yes.
like, run, and they run and they get stuck in quicksand,
Uh-huh.
and then they get rescued by the Russians. And what the fuck was the point of that?
Yeah,
You
My-
escape the Russians to immediately get recaptured. Like 0 point.
you know what the point of that was? To reach a 2-hour runtime.
yeah, and they needed a scene.
They hit you with the I'm afraid of snakes. They hit you with that. You're like, okay, I guess this is like a classic Indy's afraid of snakes bit. And I guess they use this short window for Marion to tell Indy like that's his son.
Yeah,
And I don't even dislike the humor in that where he's like, why didn't you make him go to school? I
Yeah.
enjoy that. But to have it happen out of nowhere for no reason and then to just get put right back was jarring and stupid.
Yeah, when they could have had that conversation at any time.
Yeah.
And why was he like mad that Ox went and got the Russians? It's like, where else was he gonna go like in the jungle to get help?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Who is he going
From
to
who?
get?
He's like, oh, great, thanks a lot, Ox. Like, who
Yeah.
else was he gonna get? Like,
I
what-
brought
like-
back a bunch of natives. They don't speak any language.
And they want to kill you.
Yeah.
Stupid. I
love
have in
how-
my notes, that's the machine from Fern Gully.
the car, yeah, the Mad Max like tree eater, yeah.
Yeah.
I love the snake, the how bad the rubber snake looked when Shia LaBeouf is throwing it around.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Like he keeps throwing him the snake and then he finally pulls on it.
Yeah,
My wife and I were watching, like, oh, that snake's fucking dead.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Then he throws it like 40 feet away. Just
Yeah.
like he just like throws it with one
First
hand
off,
and it goes
Fucking
like a mile
Aaron
off.
Judge
Yeah.
launches the snake.
First off, that snake's like 80 pounds, dude. How strong is Shia LaBeouf? He's
Well-
fucking Shia LaBeouf. You understand?
Fuck. Well, they went through the whole process of like, all right, there's no snake that big that wouldn't immediately kill everyone here. So they're like, they had to work on like, whatever snakes he has aren't that big. And he goes, well, this one is. It's like, hey, you know what? No, you
Yeah.
haven't earned this because it doesn't even look good.
No.
Yeah, it was so good when he threw it away. It was just like it looked like worse than like Plan 9 from Outer Space. It was just like Bela Lugosi and the octopus was more convincing than that snake.
Yeah.
It was like he threw one of those little snake toys you buy for like $2 at the zoo, and he just hucks it across the fucking jungle.
It's like those snakes that you open a jar and they pop out.
Yeah,
It's like that.
But I mean, Indy's right when he's like, "Why didn't you tell me?" And she was like, why didn't you write?" He's like, "I didn't know I had a fucking kid on the way."
Yeah. I think she just like moved on.
That's fair, but he's right to be like, "Whoa, like I deserve to know."
It's also the 40s at that time. So like,
Yeah, phones don't
How do you-
exist.
how do you like
Letters
yeah, but
don't
like
exist.
Indy's fucking running around the world, fucking.
He's
searching
a
for shit.
professor at
He
a
has a- he has
college.
an
That's
office.
true. Yeah, leave a message. Yeah. I'm trying to fight for my girl Mary, but you're right. You are right.
like everyone else can get in contact with
He has
him.
like an assistant.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
actually been calling him that whole time, and she's been avoiding the phone call. Oh fuck, it's Mary, and I think she was pregnant. No, I'm not here. The British guy is like, I'm CIA. Okay, dude. Oh wow, now he's a face. He's the Big Show.
Nice.
No one else on this cast watches wrestling.
I didn't care about that guy. Even in the beginning, I was like, I don't care.
Big Show,
I
isn't
don't
it?
care. And then
No,
at the
Big
end,
Show was not in it. Big Show in wrestling turned heel and face constantly.
yeah. Well, I mean, I don't care about that, and I don't care about this British guy.
Well, I was just explaining that the Big Show wasn't in it.
The
Oh,
Mac.
Yeah, we're talking about the Mac. Yeah, Mac. The Mac. The Big
The
Mac.
Mac. I liked all of his betrayals.
Yeah, that's the thing. He just kept turning heel.
yeah.
Yeah.
And like, I just didn't care from the start. So like, each time he did it, I was like, I still don't care, dude.
He's like,
just
I'm lying.
yeah. I'm like, I
Like-
know you're going to die a horrible death at the end of this, like every Indiana Jones villain that's ever been.
Yeah, he's like, I never worked for the CIA. I lied my way into that too. Like-
yeah, it just kept going back and forth.
And-
That definitely felt like they were making him up as they went along.
yeah.
Yeah.
He
and
was
then,
just like, anytime we need something, he'll just flip.
Yeah. And Indy was like
Okay.
trying to save him at the end. I was like, just fuck, aren't you exhausted of this guy and his antics? Like, I'd be like, all
Yeah.
right, later.
I'm gonna be honest. I was disappointed in the deaths in this movie.
Yeah. Just like the eyes burning out, like cool, but not as the main death.
I like the ants.
The ants were
The
cool.
ants were gruesome. That was
Yeah.
cool.
I like that a lot.
But I could have used some like more gruesome deaths for Kate Blanchett and Mac.
Yeah. But so we get that big jungle chase,
Yeah.
which in classic Indiana Jones fashion goes on like 6 minutes too long.
Yes.
Yeah.
But Shia LaBeouf just recruits an army of monkeys.
Yeah. I wanted the monkeys to heil him. I was like,
I remember
Mark, they're not in
watching-
Argentina.
I remember watching that in theaters, and after, like, I let the fridge go. I was like, this movie can still be good.
Yeah.
And like, it wasn't until he got caught in the vines and then saw monkeys and then just started swinging. I was like, all right, I'm out.
Yeah. And then he was way ahead of the cars.
Yeah, he somehow cuts them off. Like, what?
Come on, monkey, we'll head him off with the pass.
Yeah, also the amount of upper body strength that you need.
Wait, hold on. What'd you call him before?
Shia LaFucking swole, brother.
Muscles.
Like, this is like every Indiana Jones movie has its fair share of ridiculousness, right?
Yeah.
This is like Fast and Furious style ridiculousness.
Yes. No, that I totally agree with. They're fucking sword fighting. They're fencing on top of speeding Jeeps.
Yeah.
And like, that's cool, but like, we got zero, like, we know that she's trained because she's in the military, the Russian military. So she can handle herself. Mutt's a greaser with a switchblade.
Well, he does say, there's one line earlier where he says, he's like, yeah, I'm trained with a sword or some shit with a blade.
He's like, when you go from prep school to prep school, they teach you how to debate and do this and fence. Yeah.
All right.
Just one like offhanded comment. And then that means he's like really, really, really good at it.
Yeah, and he has that crow taste.
Listen, I got a 3-word response for that.
Okay.
Fuck out of here.
Fair point. You know what? That's a good debate tactic.
I'm just saying they did their due diligence by basically going back and being like, let's throw one line in there so it doesn't look too stupid.
Yeah, it's still stupid.
It was a $1 million reshoot for that one line.
Yeah. That means I still don't hate Mutt. I just don't.
Yeah.
I think it's.
That's all George Lucas to me. Like, that's not Shia LaBeouf's fault. Like, that's.
Oh yeah.
Right,
I think Shia LaBeouf's a good actor. Generally,
he's not bad.
No,
he's a little wacky, you know.
Yeah. So Marion, she's driving. And she says, "Trust me," and she drives off the cliff, right? And she lands on the tree branch, and they live. That is, you ever see The Other Guys?
Yeah.
Aim for the bushes. That is that.
I don't know why they jumped.
It's because, like, the joke in that movie is, these guys they do crazy shit all the time, so they just think they have plot armor. They could do whatever they want, and they would live. The joke in that movie is that they die because they're real people. In this movie, she's like, I got plot armor. Like, we all got plot armor, so we're not going to die. And then they don't die. So it's just bad. It's not funny. It's not good. It's bad. That's bad.
You know what's really funny? I didn't like this movie. I like this movie a lot less than you did. And I wrote, that scene was pretty cool.
Oh, get it. Also, they survived 3 waterfalls.
Yeah, that was
no casualties.
Yeah. That was dumb as fuck.
Well, at one point,
5
a car runs them over. They're like sitting on the thing, and a car just runs over them, and they're all fine.
Yeah,
drives right over their backs. Like, what else would the car be? They ducked as if like the car wasn't going to drive on their body anyway.
Right. Also, those ants took down a car.
Yeah. I like that they like took the people back. They're like sucking them into the
and that's cool, but it's like, what? Where are you?
When they suck in the car, it's Fast and Furious creepy crawlers.
Nice. Well, how do you like the fight between we got another like big foreign guy versus Indy?
Yeah, and on a tank again.
Yeah, on a tank, and then they're in a field with surrounded by killer ants.
Yeah.
It was a pretty good fight though.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
I mean, Indy, Harrison Ford's really like getting tossed around. He's fucking 64.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he takes a beating in this movie, but he still never feel like that. Like, I feel like
He still looks good in this.
He always takes
Yeah,
a
he
punch,
does.
you know, like he's never like perfect fighting. He's getting hit, you know, like
Yeah.
I feel like I like that, like as opposed to when like
Indy's always been kind of like an everyman, in
yeah,
that way.
he's just like a rough and tumble. He's just a
Yeah.
tough guy. He's
And
not
he
like
just like
really, yeah.
he just thinks on his feet, and that's how he gets out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
So I've said before, I'm totally cool with the aliens. But at some point towards the end of this movie, they just start going, it's an interdimensional spaceship.
Mm-hmm.
We're just
Yeah.
going to start throwing the word interdimensional in here.
Yeah,
And
like it's not a regular alien. It's
yeah.
yeah.
And I feel like what happened was they blew their surprise too early. And we're like, fuck, we need another thing. Because like aliens is enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like they were like, fuck, we revealed it was aliens immediately. So now we need to call them interdimensional.
Well, Robbie, I know that you have no problem with aliens. What about Mark? How do you feel about aliens in Indiana Jones?
You know what's funny? I didn't know where that was going at first. When you said, I know, I was like, is this like a social justice thing? Am I about to be canceled on my view on aliens? Like, I don't understand
No,
what's
just like-
happening here.
Do aliens belong in Indiana Jones?
Well, I think it's appropriate for this movie because it like takes place in the 50s and like aliens were a very popular thing like in the 50s, like
Sure.
So it feels appropriate for the era, I guess. It's fine. I mean, it's funny that people think that that's like jumping the shark when it's just like realistically, like in real life, there's like a way better chance of aliens existing than like the Ark of the Covenant being a real thing.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Right.
I said when we talk about the first movie, the plot of the first movie is Hitler's trying to get superpowers.
yeah.
Yeah.
So the jump to aliens isn't crazy.
But what did they even want, really, though? It was never clear what like the Russians were trying to get out of this.
No, they kept saying like, oh, they get like the power of the aliens.
Yeah. She was like, I want the infinite knowledge. And
Yeah,
if we
okay.
have infinite knowledge, we'll be able to, know when our enemies are going to attack and like all this shit.
Yeah, it just seems
It was
like
really,
too
really vague.
Because
yeah, it's like
remember,
a little
guys,
too abstract.
the
Yeah.
treasure isn't gold; it's knowledge.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or interdimensional aliens.
Yeah. Well, that's what Indy says at the end of the movie. He goes,
Yeah.
treasure isn't gold; it's knowledge.
Yeah, that's right.
Knowledge. Indy, you're a professor. What the fuck?
I got hit in the head a lot today.
Yeah, I was. You see me? You see that? How big that Russian dude was? Fucking punched me in the face like 18 times, dude.
But I feel like I feel like a lot of stuff is very vague. Like if like everything is in this movie is explained kind of like the Fed saying, right? Oh yeah, they said it once, like in a different scene,
yeah.
so we can do whatever we want because we said it once.
Yeah,
At
it's a lot of just like real quick. Oh, and by the way, yada yada yada.
Yeah.
But like, that's not why you're here, idiot. Just enjoy all this cool action. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
all right,
It's just
sorry.
like, why did you just like, I don't know, like I remember watching it being like, why is that the best way to the river is just driving the boat? Like the Russians are already away now and you're safe. You could just take the long way around. You don't have to do this. Like they weren't being attacked.
Yeah,
I don't think at that point.
yeah. Also, a lot of this is like in the first one, it's mostly just Indy, like run around doing adventures. Then the second one, it was Indy, Willie, and Short Round.
Yeah.
And like when
It's
you
like
get all
6
these
people
crazy
together.
scenarios, yeah, and it's just like 3 people running around, it's like it loses something. And this one, there's like 18 people just running around. Like, guys, come on.
You got to
Come
lose
on.
someone.
You got,
Yeah.
and then like you lose
Yeah.
the guy at the end, but he dies from being
Natural
greedy.
causes.
Yeah.
Oh.
No,
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, the aliens didn't bother me. It's the fact that they didn't really do anything interesting with it. It was just like, oh, it's a flying sausage.
Went
Very
away.
good.
Like, all right, cool.
And it didn't seem
All
like
right.
the Russians really even knew what it was, you know, like they were just kind of like, yeah, like we want this crystal skull thing.
It's almost like it's a poorly written movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of like that.
I feel like this is the weakest story in an Indy movie, and Temple of Doom is pretty weak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't like how the Crystal Skull. I felt like it was like all the other movies, the Ark of the Covenant and all this stuff's treated with such like reverence, and like I feel like they like really fill the lore and make you feel like there's weight and power in this thing. Meanwhile, the Crystal Skull is just like getting thrown around in a bag, like just
And like just
he's hitting guys with it.
Yeah, like this crazy guy's just holding it the whole time, and they're like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?
Why was
Let's
he
follow
just
him."
cured all of a sudden at the end? He was just like, "I'm fine now. I'm not. I'm no longer insane."
Like once the Crystal Skull was back to where it needed to be, it like restored his sanity, and he was like, "Oh, I'm good now." Like,
just be a regular William Hurt, you know.
And then he says, "Like
John Hurt."
Oh yeah, John Hurt. Yeah, you're right.
Both dead.
Yeah. That's true.
Indigo.
I was doing that all week, and I was honestly leaving this podcast like, don't call John Hurt William Hurt.
Damn, yeah.
I was sitting there like all day being like, it's William Hurt. And then went, oh no, fuck. And then, but when you called him William Hurt, I was like, yes, I didn't do it. And then I fucking did it like an asshole.
John Hurt, yeah.
Yeah, the British one.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Indy goes, he goes, well, they go to space? And then he's like, no, they went to the space between spaces because it's not just a regular alien. These are interdimensional. Shut the fuck up.
I wonder if
it's all the same.
If they did that to just avoid filming it, like, you know, making it fly into space. They didn't know what to do with that. They're like, just make it disappear behind some rocks.
Yeah. And like, I don't know. I mean, that CGI didn't look bad.
Nah, that's fine.
But I don't know. Again, this movie looked like poop.
They were standing so close to that edge, and those rocks were spinning around, just like smashing into the mountainside.
Yeah,
they're like just calmly standing there.
Yeah. Well,
that's how Mutt died. Oh
no. Also with Indy and Marion, like they're just back together. Like they see each other and they're like, let's do this.
Well, that's the thing. The first time after seeing her in 20 some odd years, apparently he goes, they all the same problem. They weren't you.
Yeah.
It's like, this dude's trying to get
and
fucked.
She swoons. She's like, ooh.
Yeah.
And Mutt's like, get the fuck over it, Mom.
Yeah. Well, he is gross, so.
Yeah. I got ants are cool, but we got another fight with a big guy in a precarious situation. We already went over that. Yeah. It's just you just have to do that in every single one of these movies.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, you have like there's always like the main bad guy, and then like the kind of secondary bad guy, and then you have like the big strong guy that you have to have a long like 1/3 of the movie fight scene with.
Yeah,
who ultimately shits their pants, and that's why he wins.
Yeah, and like, I mean, the first one again has the best one with the airplane propeller.
Oh yeah,
yes,
love it.
Yeah, that's a good one.
But yeah, like Rob mentioned, Kate Blanchett doesn't die in nearly as gruesome a way as any of the other villains. Even the second one. Guy gets eaten by crocs. That's cool.
Yeah. But in Last Crusade, the Nazi chick just falls in a ravine. That's pretty. Whatever.
Yeah, but the dude ages like 1,000 years in a minute.
Yeah, at least we get a gruesome death.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Also, that the mummy like mummifying immediately after they opened it up, I was confused by that. I was like, why it would like catch up with him? Like it's just regular air. What the hell?
I thought that
I'm not like a mummy expert, but like would that really happen? I don't know.
Hey, send us an email, roydsrevue@gmail.com. Would that actually happen?
Yeah, Indiana Jones. Send us an email.
Yeah. Yeah, Henry.
I'm sure George Lucas has nothing else going on.
He's like, not.
He's just swimming in money right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think he wrote Dial of Destiny? Do you think he's going to get story credits for it?
No, I think Disney has everything that had George Lucas's name on it. I think they have it all as far away from him as possible.
Yeah.
So you think it's going to be written by two totally different? You know, it's funny. We can always just look this up.
Yeah.
This close to
I
it.
know. What is
But
it?
we're just not.
James Mangold.
Yeah. James Manigold.
Yeah.
What did he do?
I don't know. I forget.
I want to say like an X-Men movie or something.
All right. I mean, let's see. I didn't look at any of the trailers. I'm going into Indy 5 blind. But I don't know. I'm kind of worried about it. Not that. Actually, I'm less worried about it now that I've seen all of them so close together at the age of 31. Because, like,
George Lucas does get a story credit.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting.
Story by George Lucas and Philip Kaufman.
Huh.
And yikes, those reviews are not good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he did Logan. James Manigold. That's what I was thinking.
Oh shit, that's a good movie.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know. I think.
Well, hold on, real quick. So I'm sorry. This is 2 hours and 22 minutes.
Valley Destiny.
Yeah.
All the other indie movies are two hours.
Yeah, we're just shy of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are we doing here, guys?
Well, I mean, after viewing all these movies back to back, again, the first one is excellent, and the rest are okay. Okay to like almost bad. I don't even think this one's like straight up bad. I had an all right time.
Temple of Doom was awful though.
Again, I had an all right time.
There was so much about that. I mean, I know we're not even doing that movie, but just like I didn't get to do the other 3 podcasts, so I have a lot to talk about things.
Yeah.
And like when he goes into the room and they hate each other, and then he's just like, well, now is the time that I gotta kiss you because that's the time in the movie it is. Like,
But I like that. I like that it was like because it was just raw, like they're both let's fuck. You know.
Yeah, I guess so.
And I mean, I don't know. I think Temple of Doom has charm. Like there's a kind of a self-awareness, I think, about Temple of Doom that I didn't expect or I didn't notice when I was a kid. But like a lot of it is like Indy kind of looking at the camera being like, that shit was crazy, huh?
He's gymming to the camera.
Yeah. But like I think the bridge scene is really good, like when he's cornered and he just wraps his leg around and they're like, oh shit, he's gonna do it. And then he does it. He's just a madman. I just love that.
The only thing I didn't like about that scene was that he was holding the sword up to do that for like forever, and then only when he started hacking away was the guy like, oh my god, he's cutting the bridge. And it's just like, wait, wasn't that like very obvious like the whole time?
I think they were calling his bluff. They were like, he's not gonna do it, and then he does it. And they're like, oh shit, he's crazy. So I had a note that said this movie looks worse than all the others.
Yeah,
because they didn't do it for real. But then I read that they did a lot of it for real. And that's fucked up.
Yeah, it still looks like shit.
Yeah, it looks really bad.
Yeah. That's life.
Yeah, the other 3 look great.
Well, it's like it's kind of funny because it's almost like in a way the way they made it is kind of like meta, because it's like the original movies were kind of paying homage to an older type of production, and then it's almost like this one was paying homage to the older productions that were paying homage to
it's like paying homage to itself.
Yeah.
So
it just like got wrapped up in itself, like Matrix 5 did, or whatever Matrix 4 did.
Well, what you guys have anything else to say about Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Skull? The Crystal Skull.
Very good. I didn't enjoy it very much.
Yeah. This is the worst one, but I still don't hate it.
I enjoyed it a lot more than I remember. But it was literally like it was on my birthday. And
ouch.
Yeah, it was released. It was my birthday, and it was a gift a friend was taking me to go see it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Some friend.
Yeah.
Well, where would you guys rank these movies?
I would go 1, 3, 2, 4.
Same.
You're a copycat.
1, 3, 2, 4. See, I have after going back and rewatching it, I would say, and I'm sure you're both going to disagree with me because you just said what you think because you already have.
You're going to disagree with us.
It's true. Yeah. I would say 3, 4, 1, 2.
Wow.
Yeah, I had a better time watching Crystal Skull this time. I think Raiders of the Lost Ark is a better made movie, but honestly, they were just like talking about like fucking women. There's like objects. It's just like she's mine, she's mine, she's mine, and it was just like it was just really gross. Honestly, I just couldn't sit with it. It was just like ugh. And then Temple of Doom was just so much worse.
Yes.
Yeah, Temple of Doom was pretty icky. Pretty icky.
Temple of Doom. Temple of Doom. It's like if we're talking about women, it's like the whole time he's like, there's ball and chain over here.
Yeah.
And then like it's one thing because like in the first one, yeah, they're treating her like yeah, she's mine, but like she's actually like relatively capable and she can hold her own.
No, I agree.
There's that. But Willie in the second one,
yeah,
like they're like, this lady sucks, and then she actually sucks.
Yeah, she's
actually the worst.
But she was
also just like, all I care about is diamonds. Yeah.
She was like, I'm just trying to get fucked and rich. Like
sounds good to me.
Yeah, me too. But like, not my movie. You got no character.
No, she was horrible.
Boring. Yeah. But that's an interesting ranking.
And I had a much more fun time watching it. Like I just enjoyed the time I spent watching it more because I didn't feel
you liked
as gross.
Crusade. You like Crusade a lot.
I did like The Last Crusade a lot. Yeah.
No, I like that one too.
I liked it. Well, to be fair, none of these movies are like my favorite now. I think
me neither. Yeah.
Going back, they were though at a time, but going back, no, not so much these days. So I do say all that with really low stakes, like really.
Well, yeah, we're talking movies here. There's no high stakes.
Yeah,
I know, but even so, like even within the high stakes of movies, it's pretty low stakes.
Yeah, like I used to like Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark used to be like a 10 out of 10 for me. Now it's like a 7.5.
That's being generous for me.
And the rest of them are like 5s. Crusade is like a 6.5.
They're just so silly. It's just so stupid.
But
there's a lot of stuff that just doesn't make sense though. It just happens. A lot of stuff just happens. And because we have to get to the next part.
Yeah. But I feel like this set the standard for like action movies in like there can be silliness, there could be quips, there could be like big crazy stunts, and then like the main character is clearly not in control of the situation, but that's okay. It's like I feel like that changed action movies.
Yeah.
Because like it used to just be like it's kind of like I feel like this is like the Die Hard of action movie, even though Die Hard is also an action movie, but like like because Die Hard, like John McClane is just a dude, and like before that in action movies it was like this dude is in 100% in control of the situation at all times. But like Indy and John McClane, I think both they're just like dudes.
Yeah.
Dudes being
rough
guys.
And tumble. Just dudes being rough and tumble guys.
Yeah.
Whipping their way, just
whipping it out.
Basing their entire personality on one day of their life that they had.
Yeah.
Their one day as River Phoenix.
Yeah. And that was the most important day of my life.
Hey, if I were River Phoenix for a day, I'd probably base my life around that shit too.
If I were River Phoenix for a day, I'd probably be dead.
Yeah, that's true. It's a little sad, but it's true.
Because I do a lot of drugs.
Right. Well, You guys got any questions?
I have one question.
We have a famous segment called Questions.
I have one.
I have two.
Mark, you have any questions?
I feel like I asked all my questions already. Like,
That's fine.
Okay. I'll go first.
And if you think of one, just let us know. You can ask.
Kind of asked this one before, but if the crystal skull is so magnetic that it sucks gunpowder out of the air in its direction, wouldn't everything else get like yoinked to it?
yeah,
You would think.
yeah. And like if it was so powerful that like he's like, give me a compass, and like that's so powerful that it's gonna override true north, but like taking it out of a box changes its power that much. Like all of a sudden those lamps are liking it. And then they were like they had a part where they were just like, oh, all kinds of metal it happens to, and I feel like it was just because they already shot some of the stuff where different kinds of metal were going to. They're like, someone was like, bronze wouldn't get sucked up like that. And he's like, shit, all right.
Yeah. But also, it's like it chooses when it's going to be magnetic.
Uh-huh.
Like,
That's what it seems like. Am I supposed to care about the prairie dogs at the beginning?
Yeah, the gophers. I don't know what the fuck.
I have no idea what that's about.
They pop up. That was my big takeaway. I remember the gophers. I was just like imagining like George Lucas like sneaking into the room late at night and like CGIing and some gophers. Like
I'm watching it. I'm waiting for someone to whip out a golf club.
I feel like that was like they went to a couple of different special effects studios, and one of them was like, "Oh, we could do this," and they sent the gopher, and they're like, "Ah, shit, we gotta put that in." Look at that.
Wait, those weren't real?
They were like, "What do we do with this scene?" And then they were like, "You know what I always say? Throw in a couple gophers."
You know what I always say? Go for it.
Hey.
Talking about gophers, they put in like 15 gophers.
All right, who are the group of teens driving around in the beginning?
Oh, just some kids. Just
what
You'd think they'd throw Shia LaBeouf in there.
Yeah.
Right, like, but he's a loner.
Yeah, fucking real greaser who just fits in really well with the other greasers later on at the diner.
There's just like
the greasers just have his back. Yeah.
Hey,
you're dressed like we's dressed.
Get him.
Did he know those guys? That's what I was gonna.
I don't know.
Like they were just like we're going, and everybody, that whole diner was down to just like brawl. Like it was just,
like tensions were high when they walked in.
Everyone was just white knuckling their forks, like
all the preppies, all of the greasers. They're all just like, yeah, I'm ready to kill. Like it was just like intense.
I mean, to be fair, if somebody dipped their comb into my Coca-Cola,
yeah, but
I'd be ready to fight too.
Yeah. Ugh. Gross, man.
Yeah.
Kid.
Well, you got any trivias?
4.
I've got 5.
I don't think I have no trivia.
All right, that's fine.
I'm gonna go first again, Robbie.
That's fucking fine. Two of my questions you guys have already answered, by the way, but I'm gonna ask.
Oh, hell yeah. All right, what did Paramount executives insist should be CGI that Harrison Ford straight up refused? Was it the guns, the whip, the car chase, or the fedora?
Rob. The whip.
Correct. They were like, that's not safe. You should CGI that. And Harrison Ford said, I'll fucking die before you CGI my whip.
Oh boy.
And they're
I've
like,
crashed more helicopters than you've made Indiana Jones movies.
How long ago did Indy investigate the box Kate Blanchett is looking for? 9 years, 10 years, 11 years, or 12 years?
Andy. 10 years.
It is 10 years. I think one of you said that before, too.
I did.
Yeah, I'm furious.
Are you bi-curiously furious?
Let's go for it. We'll find out.
All right. After Shia LaBeouf criticized this movie to the press, what did Harrison Ford call him? Is it a punk kid, a shithead, a spoiled brat, or a fucking idiot?
Rob. A fucking idiot.
It is a fucking idiot.
That sounds like Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
They all sound like Harrison Ford. Though.
Yeah, they do. Harrison Ford's got real, like, get off my lawn energy.
Yeah.
You know?
Loves weed.
Loves weed, yeah. I feel like he's way cooler than he lets on.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
What does Indy ask the Russians for before he asks for bullets and gunpowder? A pen, a compass, a screwdriver, a knife.
Mark.
Andy.
You want Mark?
Compass.
It is a compass. I went with Mark because he said it before.
Yes. What did Steven Spielberg say to Shia LaBeouf after he criticized the movie to the press?
I'm
said-
the god of Hollywood. Your career is over.
Well, he said, or did he say, you're a punk kid, you're a shithead, you're a spoiled brat, or there's a time to be human and share your opinion, and there's a time to sell cars.
Mark, I think the fourth one.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. It's like, I don't
The
see what
really
else it could
specific
be.
one?
Yeah. The one that sounds like Steven Spielberg and not Harrison Ford. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, finish this line. I don't think they're here for the baseball game, soda pop, milkshakes, cheesesteaks.
Andy.
Andy,
Milkshakes.
it is milkshakes.
Yeah. All right. The American flag seen in the hangar has 48 stars on it. What year did America acquire 50 stars?
Was it 59? I mean, Rob, was it 59?
Rob is correct. Yes.
I was like, I, have a
I wouldn't have known that by watching the movie.
Yeah, I have a history degree.
Oh no, you wouldn't. You would.
I feel like that was directly a test for me. I feel like that was like, Rob likes to talk about how he has a history degree. I'm gonna fucking check this.
Yeah. Kind of.
In a different year, Julius Caesar was in charge of Rome. What year was that?
Okay. Who does? I don't know what Kate Blanchett's character's name. Do we know what her name was?
No.
I think
Okay.
it was Vrasha.
Okay. Who does Vrasha quote to Indiana Jones? Dr. Oppenheimer, Dr. Seuss, Dr. Jones, Dr. King.
Andy. Dr. Oppenheimer.
It is Dr. Oppenheimer. I just made those other options up on the spot.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Dr. Seuss is pretty good. That would be great if she was like,
There's a cat in the hat.
1 fish, 2 fish.
Would you eat this in a box? Would you eat this with a fox, Mr. Jones? And he goes, I like Ike.
Yeah. This is pretty much just a straight up math question.
I can't wait.
What is the age difference between actual Harrison Ford and Indiana Jones? So the movie takes place in 1957, and Indy was born in 1899, and Harrison Ford was 64 at the time of filming.
Mark, 7?
Mark.
7?
7. All right. I didn't actually do the math.
I
So
think
I have to do it right now.
You said he was born. You said Indiana Jones was born in 1899, and this place takes place in
Yes.
1957.
Yes.
So he's
56. I mean 58.
Oh, then 11.
no
No,
6.
because Harrison Ford was 64. So he's 58.
Oh, 50. Oh, I see.
54 minus
sorry,
58 is
6.
he's done it.
My
I was
God.
like, if I have to say 6 one more time, my head's gonna fucking explode.
Well, you just did say 6 one more time. Oh my gosh! All right. Well, I wrote a song. What about you guys?
I like how Andy, just because he's a teacher, brought us back to school for those last two questions.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's gonna ask us about the years of the fucking flag, the age difference between Harrison Ford and Indiana Jones, and then he'd give us the least amount of information he could possibly give us for that secondary question. Because I had no idea what year Indiana Jones was born in canon until Andy said it.
All right.
I had no idea. I was like, how the fuck am I gonna know this?
I got that from IMDb,
Sexy.
which stands for immediate diarrhea. I missed the M.
Yep.
Damn it.
Oh, Andy,
Yeah.
I have a song.
Yo, me too.
All right. I also have a wheel.
Nah, shit. All right,
A
spin
very
that shit, Robbie.
specific wheel.
'Cause we
And
got
this
a
wheel-
third song this week.
Yeah, and that's what that means. Oh, Mark wins. Mark's going first.
Holy
Oh.
shit.
Mark, tell us about your song.
It's called what was it called?
I don't think the title of the file you gave me is the name of the song.
No. It's called The Indy Scene.
The indie
Nice.
scene. Okay.
Yeah. Indy, my good friend. What in the world happened to you? The third film was a good end. We all thought you were through. Why can't you see that you should be a classic movie hero we all remember you to be? You're actually pretty sexist past most things I revisit. It was my birthday. My expectations were ballooned. It was the worst day, 'cause one more favorite had been ruined. Oh, how I seared, but I both fears. George Green Screen Lucas said, "Here, hold my beer. I'd rather those gophers shoot out my eyes and ripped out my ears."
That name is very fitting.
Yeah, because it's an indie movie.
No, I thought that was good. I like that. I like the folk feel to it.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it.
Folk. Are you supposed to pronounce the L in folk? Some people tell me you're supposed to.
Falk. It's pronounced Falk.
Falk?
No.
like Peter Falk?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Falk. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I like the that cool effect on the guitar.
With tremolo. I just straight up ripped off New Slang by the Shins. It's just
Oh.
like the exact same song. Basically, I changed I was like, I'll put a G where a C should go, and that was the only difference.
Oh.
That's good because I ripped off the knees.
The police are on their way.
Nice. It's,
Yeah.
it's perfectly legal.
Well, you'll have to explain that to them.
Anything else to say? I liked it though.
Thank you. It was fun just trying to figure out how they did that song. Just to make the joke that it's for an indie movie.
All right, ready? Wheel of Names. Who's up next? Who thinks? Oh, it's Andy. Ah, great.
Why, that's me, Robbie.
Oh, Andy's up. Yay. Like how I'm being sarcastic like a jerk.
You're like a mean guy?
Yeah.
I like when you're rude.
They call me Mean Guy Marty.
I enjoy it.
Why do they call you that, Robbie?
What?
Why do they call you that?
Oh, because in online chat rooms, I tell them my name is Marty.
Weird.
You can just make up anything online.
Yeah, exactly. I go to AOL chat rooms still.
All right, man.
And I go, hey, my name's Marty.
Yeah, they're like, well, we have no reason to not believe you. So,
Yeah. And then I insult them. I go, you're a piece of shit. They go, you're a mean guy, Marty.
Yeah.
How come your name is Rob H.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
It's Maury. My song is called The Space Between Spaces.
Otherwise known as a vagina.
Nope.
Okay.
All right. And it goes like this. Hit it, Robbie.
Don't look me in the eye. I'll turn your brain to moon. I'm magnetic and valuable. Make sure you aim for the moon. I must return to the shrine on the hill. You want knowledge for yourself, and I will give you your fill. In the space between spaces. In the space between spaces, information melt your faces. In the space between spaces, where did it take them? Where on earth did they go? I got a feeling the answer is vague, and I don't care to know. In the space between spaces, in the space between spaces, information melt your faces. In the space between spaces.
Rock and roll.
Yeah. Surfy.
Well, that's my song, The Space Between Spaces. It's about the movie Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
That was rock and roll.
Yeah.
Rock and roll. It had the verse. I realized, like, as I wrote it, I was like, this is Let My Love Open the Door by Pete Townsend.
Yeah. I can see that.
I said, you know what? I write fucking 52 songs a year. I'm gonna let it slide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should never feel bad about ripping off Pete Townsend.
Yeah.
Hey, he's openly said he doesn't care if people rip him off. So
That's true.
I really like the line information melt your faces.
Oh, thank you.
That's
I
a
appreciate
good one.
Thank
I like the surf rocky feel.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I like that you opened with the vocals. That's something I haven't heard you do before.
I've always wanted to do that, and I've just never. It's never been something that happened, and like this one, I was like, it's happening. It's finally happening.
Yeah, like you said, it's never been something that happened. Like you haven't had full control over that.
Right, but like a song that I've written has never called for it.
No, I get, yeah.
No,
No,
like the
I
timing is always weird.
I was so thrown off by it. I thought you were still talking. I'm not even kidding. I didn't mute myself at first, and then I was like, "Oh fuck!" And I wanted to hit the song. I was like, "Oh no, that's the song." All right, cool.
Yeah. I've been, especially with the indie movies, I've been scrambling just because I find these movies really hard to write about. So like, I'm waiting till like the last minute for something to hit me, and like last night, I was like, I gotta do this now because I won't have time, and I just like fucking fart out a song, and like something about that, about the rush, like
get you going.
I kind of yeah, like I'm like hell yeah, and like
it's
I
like
recorded
getting
it.
Caught.
What? Are we talking about the same thing, Robbie? I don't know. I like just flying by the seat of my pants, you know?
Yeah.
But I feel like, you know, we're
in true
kind of
Indiana
pushing
Jones fashion.
Yeah. I feel like I'm kind of pushing it though, because like we're on 4 movies in a row where I'm just like yanking a song out of my tushy. And I feel like you know, I hope we get. I'm done with Indy. I'm fucking 4 movies is a lot, and
I have bad news. Yeah, I was gonna say,
but like, I mean, this happened with Jurassic Park too. Like,
yeah,
and we started with that, and like,
we're gonna finish with that.
Nice. Around the 4th one, I was like, oh fuck.
When we decide to finish our last episode, will also be Jurassic Park.
Yeah. Yeah, Robbie, tell us about your song.
So you guys put a lot more effort, it sounded like, than I did into mine. I didn't care for this movie, and I thought, oh, you don't know, I didn't spin the wheel. I won't do it. Don't worry. I won't do it. But so I didn't really put that much effort into it because I was like, I'm not feeling this, and I was feeling lazy. So my song is called "Red Scare" because it deals with the Russians, and it goes like this.
Let's take a trip down to Peru. I've got something there that might interest you. A funky skull of disproportionate size. Take some time and look it in the eyes. A red scare, I'm older but able, searching for an Incan fable. In a warehouse in New Mexico, get us the crate, 'cause we know that you know. Meet an old lover and your son. Fight off the aliens and the Russians. A red scare, I'm older but able, searching for an Incan fable. Big damn ants and scorpions, attaching the heads of the aliens. The old man rambles on as he scribbles down a map. There's nothing I can do with any of this crap. Young mud, but his name is mine.
realized early on in the songwriting, I had to pick if it was the Incans or Mayans, and I went with Incans.
I couldn't tell you.
Did
I liked
they
it.
say in the movie?
They say
Probably.
Incan at some point. They'll say
Yeah.
Mayan at some point, and Aztec and El Dorado. They say a lot of shit.
They just throw around a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just throwing out words during this movie. So, yeah, that was my song called Red Scare. All our songs are pretty short this week.
Yeah, well, there's not a lot to say about these movies, like in song. I mean,
That's true. All right, I have nothing else to say about my song.
well, I liked it.
Thanks,
I
man.
enjoyed it.
Thanks.
I thought it was really catchy. I was trying to think of what it reminded me of. And I couldn't quite put my finger on it.
Wow! I'm so original. That's why.
Yeah, I was thinking it's a brand new genre.
That's what it was. No one's ever
Robbie.
put an acoustic guitar with a piano.
Robbie reinventing the wheel.
Ooh, it's now going to be a triangle.
Man,
That should work.
Yeah.
I see no issues.
Hey, Andy.
Yeah.
We're coming to the close of Indiana Jones, aren't we?
We sure are.
But what are we doing next week?
Well, we're gonna be doing a nice hot and fresh for the people.
Ooh, a nice Cleveland steamer.
I wouldn't say that. We're gonna be doing Indiana Jones in the Dial of Destiny.
You know the movie's called Indiana Jones, right?
What?
Oh no. That's why you've been so confused this whole time.
Well, I thought we were doing Indiana Jones for the month of Joan.
Yeah. So stupid.
Yeah, it's really stupid, isn't it?
It's-
Yeah, hot and fresh. It's gonna be pretty cool, bringing Indiana Jones to a close, and just making everybody collectively nut.
Do you
Yeah.
guys know anything at all about it?
I don't. I've avoided trailers. Not that I'm super excited. I think I've avoided trailers because I'm actually largely uninterested.
I've seen the one.
Obligated. Just
Yeah.
I've seen the trailers, and I've seen the that one clip of the de-aging, and everyone's like shitting on the de-aging. But I think Hollywood is damned if they do, and they're damned if they don't with the de-aging. Because if you cast a younger actor as a young Indiana Jones, everyone's then going to be like, "We know what Harrison Ford looked like."
Yeah, and they kind of did that with that Han Solo movie
Yeah.
that everybody hated. So I think
Yeah.
that's why they're like, let's just de-age him.
Yeah, because people get pissed either way. So I think they had no
Yeah.
choice. But
And de-aging it's cool and it works, but it's also, you got kind of a slippery slope thing going where because the next step is just sure, Marlon Brando's dead, but what if we just recreated his face and put it on stuff? Come on.
that's absolutely going to happen at some point.
And the next
Oh,
step
for
could just
sure.
be just like writing original new ideas and new movies instead of making
That Mark,
Right.
stop it, stop it.
instead of making a fifth installation to
Existing IPs only, Mark.
but they are making are they making a Disney Plus Indiana Jones show?
Probably.
A
Are
young
they?
Indiana Jones show.
Yeah, he'll probably pass the buck to someone like you refused to do to Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, well, Shia LaBeouf was
Snubbed
talking
him.
shit.
Yeah, they went back in for reshoots just for that scene.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm looking forward to. I mean, I know I'm talking shit, but I like Harrison Ford a lot. I think he's one of my boys. And I mentioned in I forget which episode, but Temple of
You
Doom.
do like
Harrison
when people
Ford.
crash planes. Andy's a big fan of 9/11.
A big fan of that tragedy that happened. Yeah. I mentioned that Temple of Doom, Harrison Ford specifically. He does it for me.
Yeah, you have mentioned
It's a crush. It's a crush. It's my first and only man crush that I'm aware of.
Yeah, that's what you say.
That's what I am saying currently. Yes.
But we know.
Look, if you know, just tell me because I'm trying to figure myself out here.
I don't know at all. There might be more than him. I have no idea.
That's it for me that I
Ain't
know
no-
of.
Ain't no mustachioed, glasses wearing man.
You mean you, Robbie?
Or Mark.
That's true.
You know what I was wearing?
You guys are cool. You guys are cool.
Yeah.
You're not making me think about it.
Yeah,
you know?
bottom.
Jesus
I know.
Christ.
I know what I am. That's fine.
I know my worth.
All right,
Nice.
Andy, real quick before we start giving the social and shit, you know what we didn't do that we did last week, and I remembered it just now? Our Letterboxd star review.
Oh, shit. Okay.
I want to give this 1 star.
Okay. It's out of 5.
Yeah.
I would give it 2.
Mark, what would you say?
Middle of the line, 2.5.
That's even farther than up than Andy's.
Yeah, it's right in the middle. It's pretty in the middle. I enjoyed it, but nothing more than that. And it was like, if you really thought about it, it's pretty dumb.
Well,
Same.
I'm gonna,
I enjoyed it, but I don't know if it's
all right, well,
2.5. I
I'm
would
gonna
say
take what I
2.
think is the average. I'm just gonna say 2.
I win.
Unfortunately. All right, Andy, where can I hear our music?
All right, so you go to music.com/the Royds.
Yep, that's it.
There you go.
You fucking crushed it, dude.
Rob is disappointed. He shook his head in disappointment.
Say no more.
He was just testing if you knew.
Rob shook his head in disappointment, and I said, "Dad." Okay, so you could go to Spotify. You could go to Apple Music. You can go to Deezer.
Ooh.
And you can search the Royds. That's Royds, and you can find 2 albums and a Christmas song.
I'll let you D's my
Don't like that. And you can go to theroids.bandcamp.com to find all of our podcast songs. And we have well over 100 at this point.
This is episode 61.
Wow.
61. You know what that means?
Yeah.
That means you give me a BJ and I owe you 8.
8 BJs.
It's a bad deal.
Yeah. It sucks for me, honestly.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Ah, shit. I gotta hold up. That's a verbal contract. Okay. Yeah. Check out our music and give a 5-star review. Tell your friends. We really appreciate you listening.
Yeah, we do appreciate it.
Yeah, Robbie. What about them socials?
Good call. Instagram @_Royds. Twitter, The Royds Band. YouTube, The Royds Band. TikTok, The Royds. You can also listen to the podcast on YouTube at The Royds Revue Podcast and send us an email at roydsreview@gmail.com. As Andy said, give us a 5-star review. Mark, do you want to give your socials out or anything? Do you want to give anything out?
Nah, I'm not doing anything right now.
Okay. That's totally fair.
Yeah.
I would like to once again plug the Scrap Metal podcast that I was a guest on. Check them out. They're great guys. John has been on the podcast before. Great guy.
Most recently, our Little Mermaid episode,
Yeah, check that shit out.
where Andy revealed his problematic views about the new one.
That is untrue.
He kept saying, I can't believe he's not a seagull anymore.
Is he not a seagull anymore?
No, he's not.
What is he?
Another different fucking bird, a booby. I don't fucking know.
Oh, what? All right. Well,
Actually, it's a she now because it's
That's
Aquafina.
raunchy stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is some highbrow shit, you know? Wait, it's Aquafina?
Yeah.
Huh.
She's like, hey, I'm a fucking bird over here.
Fucking bird, you heard?
Fucking bird.
Nailed it.
I'm Scuttle.
That's her.
All right. Well, next week, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny.
Very good.
All right. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.